I like to tell my clients that temporary order hearings are oh so important. And here's why. Number one, they get stability. You get rules in place that everybody has to follow. And if somebody decides they're not going to follow it, well, you can enforce that order and ask that they suffer consequences for their behavior. Additionally, if they violate other orders of the court, if you end up going to a final trial and you point out, Judge, this side does not respect this court. They have violated the order here, here, and here. And we're asking this court to give us more of the division of the property because the other person has disregarded and disobeyed the orders of the court. So that's why it's very important to have rules in place so that you know what you're going by, and it provides stability while the case goes on. And, not all cases can settle right away because there's a lot of property that needs to be figured out. And that goes through the discovery process. That's where each side asks the other side to provide documents that they need regarding any bank accounts, retirements, cars, things of that nature. And while you're waiting to gather all this information, you have the rules in place and you know how to live by. Now, a lot of times it's even more important. You have some people who are being abused by their spouse, either physically, mentally, and we need to get orders in place right away so that that person can be protected. That way, that other party can get kicked out of the house, be restricted from coming to that house, and that adds a level of safety and security to the other party and the children if there are children involved. So you wouldn't want to just wait for final order in that case. You want to strike fast and you want to get in there and get the safety and security that you need. The other thing is, if you are going to go to a temporary orders hearing, you might as well treat it like a final trial. And here's why. You need to present the best evidence you have to win your case as far as what you want from the court. You need to show the court in a small amount of time why they should do what you want to do. So that's why you need to have your best evidence ready right away as soon as the case starts. You need to have your witnesses lined up. You need to have your documents that you're going to use lined up. If you need to subpoena something, you need to get on it quickly so that it can make it there in time. And then the importance of that temporary order, especially if it's a custody battle, that means on a temporary orders, if you win the custody, that's the way it's going to be until you go to trial, unless it's modified for some reason that we cannot foresee right now, like if there's violence or something later. Something could get turned around, but typically they stay the same. And that puts you in the driver's seat if you're the one who gets that temporary custody. Or you get use of the house. That's so helpful to be able to use that house and enjoy it while this divorce is going on. Also, there's a lot of bills, there's child support and kid issues. We need to figure out who has to pay what. And if there are no orders in place, nobody's required to pay anything. That could lead to your house being foreclosed. So definitely you want to know who's got to pay for what, who gets to visit when, who gets to have the kids, when they get to have the kids, who's paying the medical support, who's paying the child support. We need to work this out. Now, a lot of times this could be done in mediation if the parties are not very adversarial with each other, and we can work this out and not involve the court. But if you are going to have a temporary orders hearing, you need to be ready for that. In Harris County, I know that they limit it. Usually it's only like an hour and a half for each side. That's 3 hours that the judge is going to listen to your case and make a ruling on a temporary basis about your life. Going to decide who gets to have the kids most of the time and who's paying for what, who's living in the house. Those are very important issues. And if you're not prepared for that temporary order, you could really have adverse effects and lose things that you really need and deserve to have. So if you're thinking about getting going with a divorce, start lining that paperwork up, contact us. We'll tell you what we need so you know what to do. That way, when you're filing, you're ready to go and you can get what you deserve and what's best for you and your family. Just give us a call. We'll be happy to help you out.